Today is Tuesday, February 6th. It's Pastor John with today's devotional reading. Our lesson comes from the book of Acts, chapter 15. The lesson begins. Sometime later, Paul said to Barnabas, "Let us go back and visit the believers in all the towns where we preach the word of the Lord and see how they are doing." Barnabas wanted to take John, also called Mark, with them. But Paul did not think it wise to take him because he had deserted them in Pamphylia and had not continued with them in the work. They had such a sharp disagreement that they parted company. Barnabas took Mark and sailed for Cyprus, but Paul chose Silas and left, commended by the believers to the grace of the Lord. He went through Syria and Cilicia, strengthening the churches. So ends our lesson. The devotion is entitled A Double Witness. I was one of 5 siblings born in the span of 8 years. When we were young, our squabbling sometimes became too much for my mother. On those days, she would say, "I'm going to send one of you to the attic and one to the basement." Apart from not teaching us much about conflict management, my mother's system worked in the moment to diffuse the problems. Being the faithful Bible reader she was, my mom may have learned her self-preservation strategy from today's readings. Paul and Barnabas got into a spat and set off in separate directions. Barnabas to Cyprus and Paul to Syria. What do we know about the argument between Paul and Barnabas? We know that these former besties were drawn apart by their different approaches to church conflicts. Also that their partnership suffered, but their mission remained aligned. God continued to use both Paul and Barnabas to spread the gospel. Now, there were 2 missionary journeys instead of just one. And our prayer for today, Eternal God, may we meet at your gospel message of love, even if we can't meet on other things. Amen.